Hey there, fellow gamers. We are here to get a crash course of the Metro universe before we start with Metro Exodus. In 2013, a nuclear war has erupted. All international superpowers threw everything they had at each other, and our planet has reduced to dust and ashes in a matter of hours. Only 40,000 people made it and found their refuge in the tunnels of Metro, subway system of Moscow. They grew mushrooms and raised pigs to survive. Though the future looks bleak, the society was forming. Two decades later, the nuclear apocalypse, survivors are still locked underground as the surface of the planet is poisoned by nuclear fallout and swarming with mutant monsters. Now a new terror arises, and the mankind's last home is threatened. Its fate lies in the hands of a young man called Artyom. You play as Artyom, the protagonist of the Metro series, who is born in the last days before the war, but raised underground. The station is attacked by terrifying creatures called Dark Ones, which are resistant to firearms and capable of psychic attacks. Hunter, a member of the elite group called Spartans, approaches Artyom and tasks him to travel to Polis, the station where the governing council is located, and asks him against the Dark Ones. Artyom leaves exhibition and heads to the neighboring station on a caravan. After he arrives, he meets a man called Bourbon, who offers to assist Artyom on his journey. They travel through numerous tunnels and even briefly visit the surface, battling vicious mutants along the way. Unfortunately, Bourbon is killed when a pair are attacked by bandits. Artyom is saved by Khan, who is a friend of Bourbon and a wise man. Khan then guides Artyom to his next destination, which is a station controlled by the communists, a group of people following the beliefs of the old USSR. The communists are hostile, so Khan's contact then smuggles Artyom through the station quietly. Artyom arrives on the front line, which is where the communists are fighting the Nazis, a group that embraces the ideology of killing anyone with genetic deformities caused by the radiation. Artyom is able to kill or sneak past both factions, but not before being stopped by a pair of Nazis that catch him by surprise. As they are deciding what to do with him, two Spartan rangers named Powell and Ullman sneak up on them and kill them, thus saving Artyom. Ullman is killed in the journey to the Polis while fighting off the Nazis. After Artyom finally gets to the council rejects Artyom's request, saying that the idea of sending extra troops to fight the Dark Ones is too risky. Miller, the leader of the Spartans, comes up with a backup plan. There's a missile silo located on the surface near Polis, and if the Spartans can take it, they can use the missiles to wipe out the Dark One's nest. After the missiles fire and wipe out the Dark Ones, Artyom experiences a hallucination that makes him realize that they were trying to be peaceful the entire time, and they only killed out of self-defense, and when the people of Metro fired at them. This leaves Artyom in a great despair. The story continues with Metro Last Light, which takes place in 2034, a year after the events of Metro 2033. Artyom has served brilliantly in his position as Spartan since the end of 2033. However, the knowledge that Dark Ones intended to be peaceful constantly haunts his conscience. Khan visits the Spartans and informs Artyom that miraculously a single Dark One has survived the missile attack. Khan wants Artyom to try and save it, because he believes it's important for humanity's future. Miller, the leader of the Spartans, thinks that the creature should be hunted down because of the potential threat it possesses. Miller orders his daughter Anna and Artyom to travel to the surface and hunt the Dark One. Artyom is forced to reluctantly comply as he is under orders. The two go out topside and engage mutants, eventually finding the Dark One. However, there is a twist. The Dark One is just a child. Before they can decide whether to kill it or take it back. The Nazi soldiers ambush and capture all of them, and in the confusion, the Dark One escapes. Artyom meets a captured communist soldier named Pavel. Together, they devise an escape plan and execute it, fending off Nazi guards and fleeing through the metro tunnels across the surface. Pavel promises to broker a truce between Artyom and the communist, but once they reach communist territory, Pavel reveals that he is a high-ranking officer and has Artyom captured for interrogation. Artyom again manages to escape and hurries to find Anna and the Dark One. As Pavel and his men follow closely behind Artyom, he is able to free Anna and kill both Lezinsky, a communist spy, and Pavel. Artyom decides to protect the Dark One instead of kill it in order to redeem himself for killing its kind in 2033. After arriving at Polis, they learn that a new peace conference is taking place between the communists, Nazis, and the Rangers. Additionally, the Dark One sensed that more of its kind managed to survive and are hiding nearby. Artyom manages to convince Miller and the Rangers to allow the Dark One into Polis, and the Dark One is able to sense the leader of the communist chairman, Moskvin, is simply stalling the conference in order to distract the Spartans from defending the silos, where all the missiles and the weaponry is stored. Upon learning that Miller, Artyom, and the rest of the Spartans rush to the silo to make a final stand against the communists. The Spartans' elite skills and military hardware are sufficient enough to hold the hordes of communist troops for a time, but eventually they can't hold up and are overrun. In this sticky situation, Miller reveals to Artyom that he has rigged the silo with enough explosives to blow it all up. And as General Corbett, the military strategist of the communists, is about to execute Artyom, Artyom moves to activate the bombs so that he could send off all the communists to hell. However, in a massive twist, the little Dark One arrives with the other Dark Ones and kills the rest of the Corbett army and effectively routing the communists, eliminating the need for the bomb and saving what remains of the Spartan Rangers. In Metro Exodus, Artyom continues his journey aboard the Aurora to find a new hope for the humankind. Stay tuned for more updates. Over and out.